Lorraine, and I'm from the Fraser Coast in Queensland. I live in Maryborough, and I'm here tonight to try and make a card. Let's do it, shall we? Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Yeah, so I'm going to be winging it today. I've sort of got an idea about what I want to do, but it's a card that I saw someone else do, and I have forgotten the lady's name, but I will put it in the Seymour box below, where I got the idea from to do this card. So I'm going to need some help today for sure. So what's happening? We've still got celebration happening. We've still got our mini catalogue happening, and we've still got our annual catalogue happening. So lots of stuff going on. I'll just quickly pop down and see if I can go to the desk without you having to look at my other mess. There we go. Let's see if I can get it a bit closer. That'll probably do. It's so hard to get everything in line. Might even go a bit further closer. There we go. Let's see how we go with that. Alrighty, so as I was saying, we have our wonderful annual catalogue, and that's going to be with us until April of this year. This has so many bits and pieces in it. So I'm just trying to get back to that. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to get to the chat. I'm good, thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, so that's our annual catalogue. Then we have our mini catalogue, which we have until April 2025, with so many beautiful things in it and so many great ideas. And, you know, you can have a look in here. You can case the different. I can see that I've got the light shining right on my desk. That's not good. Let's see what I can do. Does that make it any better? No, not really. All right. Yeah, all the beautiful things that you can do. You can have a look at the catalogue, and you can case some of the ideas in there. Gorgeous sweets, beautiful colours, just amazing. And then we also have our celebration catalogue. So what that is, sorry, I'm going to have to move that back because otherwise you're not going to see properly. The celebration catalogue, if you spend $100, you can pick some free items. There's lots of different free items in the $100 bracket. And then if you spend $200, there are some lovely things in the $200 bracket. And if you don't want these, you can always go back and buy two $100 things. So I'm going to be using the part of this one today, which is the heart-shaped bundle, it's really lovely. It's really lovely. Okay. Alrighty. So that's all that. I'm not going to do a lot with that at the moment. So what I am going to do is pull out the colours that I've decided to use today. And of course, they all wrap around my favourite colour schemes. So I have Blackberry Bliss, I have Cherry Cobbler, and I have, this is called Regal Flora, I believe. Let me have a look. It's written on here somewhere. Oh no, Regal Winter, sorry. Okay, so the paper is called Regal Winter, and there is stamps and dies that go with it called Regal Flora. Now, I'm using this today, but I need to tell you that this is on the last chance, the last chance list. So the paper is at a special price. I believe the stamps and dies are, but the suite isn't. So the dies in here are gorgeous. Look at this beautiful one here for doing a beautiful sentiment on. You've got these little flowers here. This one cuts out one of the things on the paper. You just line it up and it'll cut it out. We've got all sorts of stuff in there. It is a beautiful set. Unfortunately, it's leaving us. So, but if you want tip before it goes, hop on over. You can always shop with me. Here we go. There's a QR code there, and if you click on that, you'd be able to shop with me and purchase this before it goes. I do believe it is on low inventory too, so if you're wanting it, I mean, it has the most gorgeous papers. Look at it. Just look at the papers in here. Aren't they fabulous? Look at the colors. All the sort of colors that I love to work with. The blues, the reds, the purples. Absolutely gorgeous. And the B sides, they're really, really lovely too. Okay. All right. So without too much mucking around, let's see if we can get this card started. So to start off with, the sizing today is a little bit different to what we had before, and I'm just now trying to decide what color I'm going to use for the base, but I think I will use the Blackberry Bliss for the base, and I've just dropped the other one on the floor, but that's it. So we use the Blackberry Bliss. I mean, how gorgeous is that? It's a beautiful color. So the sizing that we're using today is just slightly different to what I usually use. So we're actually going at 5.5. We don't want that one. We'll do that one. 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. Oh, well, we're not going to do it that way, are we? Okay, we need another piece. Usually we start on the smaller one and work across, but we might have to start on the bigger one. So we're going to go 8.5 inches. This size doesn't exactly save much of the paper, by 5.5 inches. Okay, so that's what we've got, and we are going to fold that in half. So that's going to be, where's the bone folder? Here it is. That's going to be our card base. So as you can see, slightly bigger. Then what we want is a piece of designer series paper. So let me look at this and see. I'm trying to, I'm thinking that I may use this one because of the colors in it. So I'm going to go with that one, and I'm only going to use a strip of this. So 2.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So 2.5 inches. By 5.5 inches. I love Blackberry Bliss too. I love all these dark reds, dark purples. I just love them. All right, so as you can see, that is the same size as that. Now what we're going to do, we're going to score this at 2 inches. Scored at 2 inches, and take that out of there. We can pop this away because I don't believe I need it anymore. Well, not today anyway. So where we scored that at 2 inches, we're going to fold that over and give it a bit of a crease. Now, before we do anything else, I'm going to, out of the cherry cobbler, I'm going to cut a circle. So I'll just go down and do that. So this is about a 2-inch, I believe. It's about a 2-inch circle. This one comes, can't remember what that is at the moment, but anyway, I'll find it for you and I will let you know. These circles are fantastic. There's a whole bunch of them and they just all sit inside each other. So that's really good. I'm also going to cut this gorgeous heart, which is out of the heart-shaped set. So this is one of the $200. When you spend $200, this is one of the ones that you get. So as you can see, I've taken that off of there, but I'm going to cut that out in gold. I'm sorry I keep disappearing, but I need this to be down here, otherwise it takes up too much. And there we have that beautiful heart in gold. Okay. Now you can, this part here, which is the part that came out of the middle, there's so many different things you can do with that, because if you had a different color, you could actually pop that back in, or you could pop it back in anyway and have the two sitting there like that. So it just depends on how you like it. I mean, I love that like that, but I also like it like that. And I think today I might save that piece because I'm wanting to stamp, and I'm going to use the stamp from here. Actually, I'll do that in a minute because I'm going to heat emboss it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that on there, and then I'm going to put the greeting across the front like that. Okay. Or shall I put that back in and put the greeting across the front? What do you think? Leave it in or take it out? But I won't be playing with that for a moment, so we can make that decision in a minute. Okay, so let's go back to this. So if you remember, we scored that there at a 1/2 inch. Now what we're going to do, I just want this to be really, I want it to be really, really flat. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop that on the back. So that's the card open. We're going to close the card and we're going to put that on the back like that, and we are going to stick it down. So you really need something quite strong. I'm going to use the tear and tape, the Stamp and Seal Plus, and I'm just going to run that down there. And I missed the top, so I'll just go up and do the top. Hi Elizabeth, how are you? It's a bit warm here still today. Now, what I want to do is I want to fit this over there, but it needs to match up right at the beginning, because with the Stamp and Seal Plus, you don't get too many chances. So that then gives us the card, and you can see this gives us a flap. That flap is going to go over the front like that. Okay, so that's you can see that that doesn't go right. By closing the card, it gives you that extra little bit of space there. If you were to put it on with just the one and put it right up to that line, when you went to put it over like that, it would buckle. Okay, so that's how we're doing it. And what's that paper? Oh, you know what? I probably used that. Well, it can stay like that. I probably should have taken more notice of the paper, but luckily the part that I've got, it doesn't show too much one way or another. Okay, so then what's going to happen now is this circle is going to sit on here, and then that will make it a bit of a, so you can just bend it and pop the circle under. So it's a bit of a latch. You don't have to put that right the way across. Okay, so that is going to be put up onto, yeah, it's hot everywhere, I think. It's going to be popped up onto dimensionals, but we've got to make sure that we only put them on this side. Alrighty, so I'm going to, before I do that, I wanted to put this on. So I don't know, are we going to leave it with, out, or with the center? What do you think? With or without? Okay. I sort of feel like I want to redo that now and put it the other way, but it'll be hard to pull it off the back, so you'll get the gist of it. I can't make up my mind, so in the meantime, I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the greeting. And I'm going to stamp it on the red. So I'm going to need the Versamark because I'm going to. All right, where's the Versamark? Well, that's handy, isn't it? I had it here just before. Why does stuff go missing right when you're trying to do a video? It's not in my cupboard. All right, we might have to do a quick change of plan because I can't find the Versamark. There it is. Found it. Isn't that strange? I put it with the whole lot of stuff that I needed. Okay, so I'm going to use the Versamark ink, and I'm going to stamp. I think I'll just stamp "Thank you." Does that fit in that? Oh, that's just a tiny little one. Thank you. Yep. And I just want to make sure that that does fit in there. Ooh. Not quite. Let's have a look. Have we got anything else we can use? No. All right. How about I change it to "Just Because I Care," because I know that that one fits in there. So we're going to go with "Just Because I Care." I'm going to pop that onto a block. Now, before I stamp this, I'm just going to use the embossing buddy. I'm going to ink this up. Hope it's got plenty on there. And I'm just going to pop that there, like that. because I'm using gold on the top, I'm going to use gold here. These are the beautiful Wow embossing folders. They do a fantastic job and they turn out. Now, please bear with me. I have a fan right above my head, so I'm trying to be really careful. Because we all know what happens, don't we? Alrighty, so that's that. Now I'm just going to grab the heat gun for a moment, and sorry about the noise. And here comes the magic. So there we go. Just because I care. I think I would have preferred something a little larger, but just happy to go with that for today. All right, so I'm just going to pop this through the gloss. Make sure I've got it on there nice and straight. There we go. And I'll feed that through. When I first used a cut and emboss machine and I heard that noise, I thought, oh no, I've broken it. But clearly I hadn't. So anyway, let me have a look. Did we decide without? Okay, out. Awesome. Thank you, ladies. We'll take that out of there. Save it for something later. And then I'm just going to pop that onto there. Now, I just wanted to use a little bit of glue on that. So, this isn't my usual one, but I'll just quickly make up another one. And pop that in there like that. And I will just pop a little bit of glue onto the side here because I can't find anything today, which is a bit of a nuisance. And now I'm just going to use the sponge with the glue and just dab it around the outside of the heart, which should give us enough sticky to put it on. Oh, go on, don't do that. You need to stick, preferably not to my fingers, like that. So that gives us a little bit of the leaves just sitting over the heart, and that's going to go on there. And then I'm going to pop that across there with some mini dimensionals, if I can find them. Anyone would think that I've been in this craft room for the last 2 days, basically, doing bits and pieces. Here in Australia, we've got a public holiday today. Yesterday was Australia Day. Today's the Observance Day. So I did manage to get in here a fair bit over the last couple of days, and of course I've no doubt moved everything around. I have these great ideas about how I'm going to make things easier for myself, and they inevitably make things harder for me. So this I'm just going to place. Let's see where I'm going to put it. Probably should have done a colour behind it, but that's okay. Just going to pop that there like that, which is going to sit like that. All right, so I'm going to put full-size dimensionals down this side. So on the right-hand side after I've turned it over. I just have to tell myself that because otherwise I end up doing the wrong thing. And get that new packet. Where's my new packet? All right, that's the full-size ones. So we're going to pop them, like I said, we're just going to pop them down this side here. So let me take one. Now this is going to have a bit of use, so I want to make sure that I have enough in here to make sure that it holds. Might put another one at the top. There. Right, take these off. Now, I'm going to put it a little bit further across so that it just holds. That's it. So this side doesn't have the, so you can see, you can actually bend, you can bend it like that to make it latch down, and you can bend it to take it out. So you don't really need a huge amount to make that work. So you don't need a lot on this card. So I'm thinking I probably wouldn't put too much more on there. However, I do want to do, oh, come out. I do want to do something in here. So, because that's a different size, I need to do, what is it? Let's get the ruler and have a little measure. All right, today was definitely sent to try me, I can tell you. All righty, so that's centimeters, I don't want that. So that's 4.5, and that is 5.5. All right, let's just cut a piece off. I'll just use white. And I think I'll do it. Let's try 5.25 by 4.25 and see what that looks like. 5.25 by 4.25. Let's see if that fits in there. I might take another. Eighth of an inch off of there. So at the moment we have some idiot who is doing burnouts right outside my window. So if there's any strange noises, that's what it is. All right, so that's going to be my insert. And I think what I'll do is I will stamp the heart that goes with this bundle. Put it that way. Now, I know I had all this stuff on the table, and then I thought, I'm ready. Yeah, all good. And then, of course, no, of course you're not ready, Lorraine. Okay, so I'm just going to, what will I stamp that with? Maybe Blackberry Bushel on the inside. Blackberry Bliss, I mean, sorry. Blueberry Bushel, Blackberry Bliss. Sounds similar. I'm just going to pop this. I'm going to put it right in the middle because I can. Oh, that looks lovely. Thankfully, something worked for me today. And then let's see if that fits. If I'm really careful, what have I got? I won't use that one. I'm taking that one out. I'm not very keen on that saying. So let's put. All right, we will put it in there. Only because it's the one that fits the best. And I might do that one in cherry cobbler. They're probably very similar colour. So this says, my thoughts of you are heart-shaped. I might give that a bit of a smooshing off because I don't know that I've used it before. So I use that. I'm going to have to stand up to do this. Stop shaking, Lorraine. Yes. Okay. So that is what I'm doing for my insert. So it says, my thoughts of you are all heart-shaped, and then just because I care on the outside. So we'll use some glue. Let's hope this is the one that's working. Beautiful. And I'm sure, I know that a few of us from up around here have trouble with our glue. And I'm sure it's because of the heat. I'm really, really sure that's what it is. So there's the inside of the card. We can write our little message on that side, and then we can just bend that through to there. Do you think it needs anything on here? I mean, we're going to put some bling on. Of course, we're going to put bling on. We couldn't really not, could we? Okay, let me move some of this out of the way so that I can't find it later either. What bling do you think we could use on here? I just want to keep it really simple today. So let's have a look. So I'm really liking this gold here. And I think I'm going to be selfish and not give you a choice today. And I'm going to use those. So I'm going to put, what am I going to get? What I might do is put one and then two little ones. Down there. And then I might also put two, yeah, because I don't want to take off the, I'm just going to put two little ones, one there, and one there. Just to sort of like fill in where that goes. What do you think? You think the heart on its own? Wink, yeah. We'll do some wink. Where are we going to put the wink? Oh, is that the new one or the old one? That might be new. Oh, this is the new one. Alrighty, so we'll pop some wink. We'll just do these beautiful little flowers up here that are pointing downwards and should probably be pointing upwards, but hey, who cares? We'll do these down here. And the pretty purple one. We'll do that one too. So it gives that a bit of a shine. I wonder if it'll give it a shine if I oh, that looks good. Okay, so that's on the outside. Can you see that? And then let's unlatch it and put some on the inside. Oh, it's gone both sides, but that doesn't matter. So there, we've got it on the inside. Look, even on that part, I might as well just do a bit more on there because otherwise it's going to look odd, isn't it? A bit more splish splash. There we go. So we've got that there and there. And then you close that. Oh. Put some on the bit that's going to be covered as well. And then we can just fold that and pop that like that. So what do you think? Oh, that's really glistening, isn't it? I've got a fair bit of shine in there, and that's not straight. There. And then, and the good thing about this too is when you take that out, you've got this beautiful color on the inside as well. So you haven't just got, oh, we've got lots of glitter on this. I mean, we should have just called this a glitter card. Look at it, we've got a wink card. We've got wink everywhere. Alrighty, and then you just, once again, fold it over, pop it under, and there's the card. Alrighty, so that was that for today. I can think of lots of different ideas, but I really wanted to use these colors today, and I really wanted to keep it quite simple. So I think that's fairly simple enough, and very glistening. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So what do you think? So do you like that card? I think it's so simple, it's so straightforward. Like if it was, I mean, this one says my thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. Not very many people I could send that to. However, with different sentiments on there, it could be like it could really be an anything card, couldn't it? I mean, it would make a really cute sympathy card as well, you know, where you could just pop something on there. And but yeah, I like using the gold on there. I feel like I need no, go away with the winkler, eh? All right, just a bit more. We forgot I forgot. I'm sure you lot were saying you haven't done the purple flowers. We could have a look at doing some of these purple flowers as well. Well, if it hasn't got anything else, it's certainly got sparkle. There we go. So the one that I had sort of started earlier but decided I didn't want to use those colors after all was this one. So this one was done with Night of Navy, and I used Winter Meadow for that part. As you can see, I didn't get very far with it. I'd cut a smaller circle, and then I could hear my mum in the background going, blue and green should never be seen. And I thought, oh, I'm not sure what else I would put on there, so I stopped at that point. However, you can see you can make these little parts as big or as small as you want to. I mean, if you really wanted to, oh, that's the one I did use. There's an even bigger one that you could put on there to tuck under it. But or you could just go with the little one, which possibly makes it a bit easier. But you know, that was what we had in mind for today. So I will finish this one off. I'll just re-choose my color, because I don't think Old Olive is what I really want to put on there. I will change it and sort it out. But as you can see, awesome little cards, very simple, very straightforward. And I think that's me done for today. I think I'll just leave it at that. Just before I go, I do have a card class coming up on the 1st of February, first Saturday in February. So I think it is the first actually. I do have a card class coming up there at my home. So if you're interested, please message me. You used blue and green. Yeah, I mean, it does work, doesn't it? It just means I probably have to put a bigger one underneath it with maybe the white on it or something, just to give it that bit of color. My mum was very superstitious. I think we've all been down this track before, and you know, she always used to say blue and green should never be seen unless there's a color in between. However, things change, don't they? So, but that actually doesn't look too bad if you can imagine that with a bit of white underneath it. I think that would work. I'll finish it off anyway, and I will show tomorrow. I will show you what I've done. So I'm not sure what time I'm going to go live tomorrow. My husband made a comment that I always go live on meal times, so I'm going to have to change it up a little bit. I probably have to go a bit later, so maybe 1 o'clock, and see how I go from there. But no, we'll check that out tomorrow. We'll see what's doing, and yeah, see how I go. But that's the cards that we've got today, and I will finish this one off and show you how it went tomorrow. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate you coming on. If you could please press the subscribe. If your mum say that too, Suzanne, you can tell we're both from England, can't you? So yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. Facebook and YouTube, love it when people subscribe. They put the videos out there more. If you want to know when I'm on live next, just ring the little bell. And if yeah, ring the bell, subscribe, all the little bits and pieces to let you know when I'm coming on next. And I will have another card for you tomorrow. Thanks very much for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye.